With those
I am a
headphones on and the hat. John.
It's Loving the Strange with Carrie Jones and Sean Farrar. Loving the Strange, a podcast for weirdos and those who want to be weirder. Embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Loving the Strange. Check us out. Hey, it's Loving the Strange, and it's a continuation of our series of Halloween spooky episodes, in which this Halloween night, Friday, October 22nd, live. We've done no research ahead of our podcast, but
that's all on you, baby.
This is so untrue and so unfair. But despite the fact that we have done no research, it's going to be a kick butt podcast because Sean.
Yeah.
I almost forgot the name of my husband, but Sean.
She says different names in bed all the time.
Sean, John, Shawnee, Shaky. Yeah.
Postman,
UPS driver, FedEx guy.
She got a thing for the UPS driver.
I don't even remember who the UPS. Oh, no, I do.
Yeah.
My dogs have a thing. All right, anyway.
No, that's FedEx.
Once again, Sean has got us off into a tangent, but Shawnee has made chocolate martinis, and I'm a little worried about the podcast this week, honestly.
It'll be fine, baby. Just keep talking. Don't stop talking.
All right, so this week's podcast is about Halloween traditions, Halloween loss, Halloween food, Halloween memories, and the spooky, crazy, cool, weird, funky things about Halloween in the United States, because that's where Sean and I live.
Yeah.
Shawnee, do you have any specifically cool Halloween memories or ideas? John Bell has always said stubby. I don't get that reference.
I think I probably should, but I'm not getting it. So
Sean often, it's like Sean has a whole block on his years from 22 to 0, the time in which he was a Florida man. Hey, Shawnee, did you know a Florida man's running for governor again in our state of Maine, not Florida?
How can a Florida man be running for governor in Maine?
Okay, so our last governor before our current governor was a Republican named Paul LePage. Oh, I just blanked on his name.
Good job, baby.
And our current governor is a woman, Democrat, named Janet Mills.
Yeah.
Paul LePage, as soon as he left the governorship, moved to Florida.
Oh yeah, he's running again, right?
Yeah, but now he's like, I'm coming back and I'm running, which is kind of funny.
I don't think our listeners want to hear about local politics.
It's not local, it's state. So Paul LePage, at one of our Rotary meetings, I was opening the door for him and he hugged me really awkwardly. And all of my friends make fun of me forever because it was kind of spooky to get randomly hugged for a really long time by a governor. As Steve Boucher just said, you hugged him. No, I didn't, man. I didn't. He hugged me first. And it was spooky. But Janet Mills, most people don't know of my history with Janet Mills. When I was a college student at Bates College in Lewiston, Maine, I interned for the Androscoggin County District Attorney's Office, which was our governor, Janet Mills back then. And it was where I decided I will never be a lawyer. So Janet Mills, our current governor, is the reason why I never became a lawyer and I became a novelist instead. She has never hugged me.
Yeah,
she talked to me many a time and given me a motivational intern speech, but she has never hugged me.
Hey,
unlike Paul LePage.
I know this podcast is supposed to be about Halloween and politics apparently, but I just want to say If you just had one of those little microphone pieces coming down off of your headset, you look just like John Gruden.
Is John Gruden ugly?
No, he was a head football coach, but he just resigned because of an email scandal that was homophobic.
That's not fair.
and
Was he the misogynist,
misogynistic.
sexist, homophobic football coach?
Yeah.
And you're saying I look like him?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Should I do him as Halloween? Not do him, but be him as Halloween?
I would say no to the second question, and we're gonna have to have a frank discussion after we're done with this podcast to the first question.
All right, so we've been wasting all this time because Sean, do you have no Halloween stories as a child?
God, I'm so tired of you setting me up this week. This is like set up Sean week with
No,
with
it's
the
not,
pack mule post.
It's
And
a
now
podcast.
You
You're
said
supposed to be able to talk.
this is what Carrie said to me about 2 hours ago.
He's
Hey,
lying.
you just talk when I can't, and I'll do all the research. And then
I had
like-
2 hours, and we had to have dinner during that.
and like 4 chocolate martinis later, she's totally changed her tune. I have one Halloween story. This is
I would love to hear it.
This is a person. It's not scary. It's stupid, but you might find a little humor in it.
Okay, I'm ready.
So I was probably like 14 years old, or maybe 13, maybe 12. I don't remember.
Hold on. Can we have a timeout?
Yeah.
How tall were you when you were 14 years old?
Well, listen to the story.
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't remember.
All the viewers
I don't
have
remember.
to imagine not 6'4", 6. What? How tall are you?
6'6". 6'6".
We all have to imagine not
6'6".
6'6", Sean. But a little baby, 14-year-old Sean. He's a little cute.
But I
little
wasn't
virgin.
that tall then.
No beards. No history of
I wasn't a
naughtiness.
virgin.
He wasn't hanging out with John Bell yet. Like,
No.
we want to imagine a Florida boy, Sean.
Anyways,
Hanging out with a
part of
gator.
the story is specific to, well, maybe not specific, but specific to the South. So I wanted to go out trick-or-treating, but I didn't have a costume. So I wore one of my mom's dresses and some of my mom's heels. And I might have even worn some of my mom's pantyhose. I don't know.
You have legit never told me this in our entire time together.
And it wasn't very long during my mom was with me, so maybe I was younger. I don't remember. But I must have still been big for my age. No, wait. So it wasn't very long into our trick-or-treating walk when I decided these heels were for the freaking birds. My feet were hurting. And I kind of had like a little meltdown. That's not typical of me today. And I took these heels off in the middle of somebody's yard. I took these heels off in the middle of somebody's yard. And this yard turns out was full of sand spurs. Do you know what a sand spur is?
I have no idea, baby.
Yes, you do. It's that teeny tiny little sharp thing that's like a tank mine that you'd see on the beach. But it's got
we don't have that in New England, do we?
It's got no. That's why I said it's southern specific. It's got like 1,000 needles sticking out of it. It's like a little teeny tiny
like a
orb
sea urchin?
Yeah, but it's tiny and they stick to you and they stick in you.
Like a thistle?
Yes, but they actually go in your skin like a cactus needle.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
So I'm wearing these pantyhose and no shoes and I start walking through this guy's yard and those things are starting to just jam up into the bottom of my foot and I'm like, basically then I'm like air walking across the rest of the grass and I get to the sidewalk and I go down on my knees and start pulling these things out. And my mom's got some smart ass comment like,
because she's your mom and she's cool.
Show you to cross dress or something. I don't know. Procrastinate on getting a Halloween costume.
You know what my normal, all right, as a poor person, I kind of relate to you, a poor kid, right?
Yeah.
All my friends had these really beautiful costumes and their moms were super crafty. Like they'd be giant peacocks and like these elaborate princesses. And my mom would be like, it's Halloween tomorrow. What you gonna be? And I'd be like, I don't know. And she'd be like, you want to be a private investigator? I'd be like, okay. And so she'd give me her like trench coat, and I'd be like, you know, second grade, third grade, and I'd wear this giant trench coat. And all I remember is that, like, is how I remembered or learned what the word flasher meant. Because everybody thought it was a flasher for Halloween.
Oh man,
Because we
that's
had
funny.
no money for a Halloween costume. I was a flasher in third grade.
Well,
And a ghost. I was often a ghost because you could just take a sheet and I would beg my mom to make holes for the eyes, or like draw the eyes in with Sharpie or whatever the equivalent was back then. And she'd be like, no, we can't ruin a good sheet for that. And she just shoved the sheet over me. Yeah, I think I was a flasher or a ghost for like 5 Halloweens running.
Really?
Yeah, I never got
Wow.
to be drag Sean or anything.
You know, I think I had I really had a horrible emotional experience with that. Like, atypical of my normal behavior. Like, I was really, yeah. And I think that it might have been because it really wasn't my idea
Whose idea was
to go
it?
as a cross-dresser, but it was my mom's, because that was kind of all that she could think of.
But a redneck one, as Steve Boucher says.
Did you skip over Don Hardy's comment about the grass? I honestly forget what we call him. Maybe John Bell remembers.
I didn't mean to skip over Don's comment. And Don Hardy, I think, lives in Louisville, Kentucky. And
Yeah.
I have got to tell you, I spend a lot of time on Don's Facebook feed wishing we lived next
Stalker.
door. Yeah, pretty much. Wishing we lived next door and that we could be best friends.
Hey, these things are
way too much time. But Don says we call them sticker burrs.
Yeah, I don't remember what we call them, but they're so lethal that when they were at their most painful to step on when they were dried out and brown. But when they were fresh and green, we could pick them, and there'd be like 6 of them on a stalk in a row, and you run up behind somebody and slam it into their back, and it would be like slamming a piece of cardboard with thumbtacks in it on their back. And plus it would stick to their shirt. So I'd be like, Are you paying attention to me or Dawn?
I was chatting with Dawn, but also paying attention to you.
Why is our dog walking around? I can. Clackety, clackety, clack.
All right. So do you want to talk about not our own painful Halloween experiences as children?
If you got something to talk about, because I don't.
Oh, can I first say that we lived in a really creepy house on a hill in Bedford, New Hampshire, the land of subdivisions, but we weren't in the subdivision. We were in this old brown ranch house my father built in the 1950s because I was the mistaken child at the end. But anyways, no one in my entire life, no one ever went to our house to trick or treat.
What? Is that why you always want to do Halloween at our other house?
Yes. Huh. Our other house is on a place called Ledgelawn Ave, which is the big Halloween street for Bar Harbor, Maine. Like, everybody goes there. And I'm like, yes, spend $1,000 on Halloween candy because the children will come. Because, yeah, in my past life, nobody ever came to our house.
It's not going to be that much, but it'll probably be a couple $100 this year.
John Bell, who grew up in Florida with you, said in our chat, they're called stickers, like a P with 20 fish hooks, and you can step on 20 in one step.
Yep. Yeah, because they grow. They're like a grass weed, and they grow.
I don't know what a grass weed is.
Like anything that grows in grass, it's not really grass.
Like a daffodil?
Sure.
I mean a dandelion.
A dandelion. Well, there's our New Englander. Anyways, so there'll be like one stalk, and it'll have like 5 or 6 burrs on it, stickers on it. But each plant has mini stalks. So if you like step on a plant, you can get a ton of them. in
Yeah,
your
that
foot
sounds
at
terrible.
once. It sucks.
Would you like to hear about some weird Halloween laws?
Yeah.
All right, so Jillerin, YAN.com. And again, all the links.
What was the first word?
I don't know. JILORYAN.
I heard Dylan. Anyways, go ahead, baby.
All our links will be in our podcast notes at carriageonsbooks.blog or whatever, so you know that we are not plagiarizing. But anyways, on this site, there are, quote, 20 weird Halloween laws you should be aware of. And that kind of cracks me up because, like, some of them are super state specific. So I'm like, if this law is in Georgia, why do I in Maine have to care? But whatever. I guess it's good SEO. So the number one law, ready?
Yeah.
Because you did no research. So that means your job is the commentary baby.
I know, but how long do I have to wait? How long is a pause where I got to interject? Like 4 seconds, 8 seconds?
Wait, no, 2. All right, number 1 is no mask. Quote, in Dublin, Georgia, you can't go out in public wearing a mask if you're under the age of 16.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
That makes no sense to me. It kind of, like, in my head, all the creepers are over 16. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you want to cover up the children's faces? They're not going to do anything wrong, but the creepy old people, yeah. Also, Shani, your relative Shelly, who is awesome, said that she hates those things that you and John Bell were talking about, and that your grandmother had a lot of them in your yard.
She probably did. I don't remember specifically, but they're horrid. They're horrid.
All right, so ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Number 2, I think that one of our children would be very excited about this. In a town in France, they had a clown issue. And so now it's illegal to wear clown makeup or costume if you're over 12.
Oh my God.
Remember when, like, clowns were, like, doing some weird stuff in, like, the southern part of the country? Like,
oh, yeah. You mean... Did you hear that thud?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. The kid. Anyways.
What was the clown stuff?
Was that the Wild Clown Posse?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. There was a band, some sort of alternative, like, way out there.
No, it wasn't that. They were just showing up, babe. They were, like, showing up and creeping everybody out in these towns.
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
It was in Wisconsin, and I think it was 2016.
Yeah, that's about right.
And then I think it kind of, like, branched out.
So what were you saying about clowns, baby?
They're creepy, and in France, a town in France, I don't know how to say the name, even though I'm French, apparently. It's Vendrajou. It's illegal on Halloween to be putting on the clown makeup or putting on the clown costume if you're over 12.
That's ridiculous.
And also, in a town in Missouri, according to that same website, of which is called JillO'Ryan.com.
Yeah. Good enough.
Belleville, Missouri. First, you have to try to imagine Belleville, Missouri. It's Halloween. If you are over 8th grade or the age of a typical 8th grader, you are no longer allowed to ask for candy.
What?
Yeah, those effers.
That's ridiculous.
I would never move. No offense. It might be the best town in the whole continental United States, but I would never move there. Just because, why do you gotta, like, make fun can't happen after you're, like, 13?
I know how many people, like, college kids come trick-or-treating at our house.
So many college kids.
Yeah.
And they're adorable. And high school kids, why not let them be happy?
Oh, yeah, I know. I agree.
Dude, I'd be cool with a bunch of grown-ups.
And they wear the crappiest costumes. Like,
To be fair,
see.
he's
Let me
right.
see your black lipstick. I'm gonna put a streak on my face.
Like, they'll come and they'll be wearing a trench coat, and you'll be like, "What are you?" And they'll be like, "Private investigator," just like you, Carrie, when you were in third grade and you had no money, you were doing last-minute costume. Okay, so Shelly says you can't trick or treat wherever she lives. I don't
It
know the
says
specific town.
North Carolina.
It doesn't say that.
Read the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
sentence.
I hadn't read the whole sentence yet. So Shelly says you can't trick or treat if you're 12 or older in North Carolina. That makes me so sad.
I know that's might influence our southern moving decisions.
Yeah, we may never move to the South. Steve
I mean,
Boucher, realtor, is listening in right now. Is like thinking, oh, we can sell that house on
he
School
said he'll
Street.
be by this year.
No, he's just trick or treating. But like,
Oh,
how
he
can
was
we move
supposed
to
to
the
be
South?
by the end of the week, but he didn't. Anyways.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, Steve said, all right, Shelly said, you can't trick or treat if you're over 12. And that makes
That's
me kind of
horrible.
sad.
Horrible. My God. I
Do you know
mean,
the worst thing I ever did in my life? Do you want to have a moment?
are you going to be honest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like, all right. So in the show Lucifer, do you know the
Yeah.
show Lucifer?
Oh my God. I've watched so many episodes with you, baby.
That's so untrue. You've seen 10 minutes at a time right
No,
before
I
you fall
watched
asleep.
entire episodes.
You
with you.
haven't. Anyway,
God.
in the show Lucifer, when you go to hell, you're in like this loop where the most guilty moment of your whole entire life is
What is
replayed
yours
and
going to
replayed.
be? I'll just jump ahead. What is yours going to be, baby?
Okay,
What's
so
your
mine
guilty
was
loop?
there was a boy. I'm just gonna give him his first initial of D.
Yeah.
When we were growing up in Manchester, and the Karate Kid was like a really big thing in his life. He was a very small musical theater kind of guy, and he just would not shut up about the Karate Kid and his
Yeah.
black belt. Like, it was like boasty in the way that bros who went to Harvard but aren't really all that smart boast about their time at Goldman Sachs. Boasty.
Okay. Jesus.
This is really bad. This is like, I would never tell this story if you
Obviously,
hadn't
because
given me a chocolate martini.
you're trying to avoid for chocolate martinis because you're trying to avoid
Shut
it.
up. Okay, so one night, my two best friends and I went to Sully's Superette in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And we got ground beef, and we stuck a like Playmobil figure or whatever from a Happy Meal from McDonald's in
Yeah.
the ground beef. We wrote a note in all capital letters that was like, D, this is you if you don't shut up about karate. And we left it on his doorstep.
And that's what you feel badly about?
That was like
Oh
the
my
worst
God.
thing I've ever done in my life. That was such a bully mean thing. To be
That
fair,
doesn't
he
sound
would
too
not shut
bad.
up. No, it was terrible. I feel so guilty about it now. Like, can you imagine he's like little D guy, open
Yeah.
up his door, and there's ground beef package from Sully's Superette with a Karate Kid figure in it or something similar with shut up about karate.
That's awesome.
It's terrible. No, it's terrible. I was a bad kid.
You're gonna have a bad hell, baby.
Oh, wait. Don said watching the incorrect captions of what you're saying is hysterical. We have captions?
Oh, I guess we do somewhere. I've never seen them.
That's exciting. And John said it was too hot to wear those plastic masks and capes. We would rip some old clothes, burn a cork, and rub it on our face to get a long stick with bag on end and be the bum or trick-or-treater. I was a bum, John. I did
That's
that
not
a lot.
a bum. That's a hobo.
All right, I was a hobo.
That's a choice. They are
My
homeless
things
by
were
choice.
private investigator, flasher, and
Yeah.
hobo and ghost. Those are my
I think
three
every
big
kid's
things.
been a hobo once in their life.
Dude, I just told my most horrible story of my childhood.
And I
story of
wasn't that
me-
impressed with it. I'm sorry. I wasn't.
What? That was
It wasn't.
terrible.
It was no. It wasn't.
But to be fair, he truly drove us crazy. Like
Look,
he would not shut up.
I,
Karate.
I, I, I could go a light version of a bad kid story for me would be sticking somebody's hand in the water because of the fable that said if you stuck somebody's hand in the warm water while they were sleeping, they'd pee their pants. But I put the water, I heated the water up and no, but it blistered their fingers because I heated the water up in the microwave.
Dude!
And I feel badly for that, but that's low. That's probably low on the totem pole of my guilt stories.
You have worse guilt than that, and
You know what my loop would be? It'd be trying to decide what my worst story is. This is not very Halloweeny, baby. I'm gonna have to call you on your lack of research.
Mine was on Halloween.
What? That story.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Ground beef.
Sean, read this story from Doug.
When I was a kid, every Halloween there were rumors of candy found with razor blades and pins in it, but nobody ever proved it. Well, Doug, I want to tell you, those weren't rumors. It was the truth. And they prove it now every year with this new technological machine called an X-ray machine. And they can show those razor blades and pins and needles inside of that apple, which you were so excited to take a bite out as a kid. If you're going to hurt somebody, why the hell would you put a razor blade inside of an apple? Don't hurt the good kids.
No, you never want to hurt the good kids.
God, put it inside of a Snickers bar. What are you showing Gabby for?
Just for the people who are here so they could hear who was panting and know it wasn't either of us.
Oh,
I remember going on Donald Street in Bedford, New Hampshire with my best friend, Debbie Muir, at the time, 4th grade. Yeah. And my mom inspecting every single piece of candy that I got and then eating it.
Oh, yeah. We used to have to dump ours out on the floor and go through every little piece.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't do that now.
Oh, no. We just leave it up to chance.
All right, here's another weird Halloween law. Are you ready?
Yeah.
In Rehoboth, Delaware, Halloween cannot be celebrated if Halloween, October 31st, is on a Sunday.
Oh, they're not going to get no Halloween this year.
And if you do that, you get fined $150.
All right.
Similarly, but
I'd pay $150 to give out candy on Sunday.
In Hollywood, California.
Yeah.
Between the hours of 12 and 12, October 31st till November 1st, right?
Yeah.
You cannot sell, own, or distribute silly string.
Really?
Yep. $1,000 fine.
Really? Silly string's not a big deal. It's the toilet paper that sucks.
In Alabama.
Yeah.
If you wear a mustache or a moustache while going to church and it's Halloween, even if you make people laugh because they're like, ha ha ha, Carrie's wearing a mustache.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Yeah. You know what I used to do when I was a cop here in town?
Oh, God, do I want to know?
Halloween was always
Are we going to get sued after the fact? That's all.
No, Halloween was always a fun night to work. So kind of like, after dark, but still early in the morning, I'd go into the grocery store and I'd stand in the front and I'd wait for some group of 3 or 4 middle school kids or high school kids to land at the register with like 6 carton eggs. And I'd be like, save some money. Go put those back right now. And they would.
No, did you really?
Oh, yeah.
You just stood there?
Yes.
A scary 6'6"
Eggs are the worst, dude.
Oh my God.
They can mess things up. Stain your paint.
I can't believe you did that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I remember one time I got some kids in the parking lot with a whole ton of eggs, and their parents were driving them and vouched for them, so I kind of had to let them go.
Bastards.
I know. Parents having a good time. Driving around so they could throw eggs.
That's amazing.
I'm
All right.
gonna do that. I'm gonna do that this year.
Would you like to hear about a strange Halloween tradition? Or an interesting? I feel like strange is too judgmental.
It could be. Maybe that's why we should hear it.
All right. So, in Ireland,
Oh, geez.
we're allowed to talk about this because we were both ethnically a little Irish, right?
Not anymore.
Sean just found out, according to the Ancestry.com update, that he is now 53% Scottish.
53? You said 40 something today.
Oh, no. I said 53. You were just.
It's going up all the time.
Shawnee's like a ton of Scottish, apparently.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with being Scottish, bae.
No, but I mean, with like names, I'm decidedly Irish.
You are. I forgot my point. What was my point?
Do you ever have one, my love?
Hardly ever. No, honestly.
It was about how my Irish has gone down in the last year.
Ooh,
on
yeah,
Ancestry.
your Irish has totally gone down. All right, but whatever. If your grandfather's last name is Kelly, I feel like you're super Irish and F everything else. Ready?
All right, baby.
Okay, so there's a thing called Barmbrack.
Yeah, in Ireland, right?
Done, yes, at the time of the harvesting, which is the same time as Halloween, basically.
Yeah.
And in that time, you don't have to, like, if you're in Ireland, your children don't have to tell, quote, horrific jokes, but you rather make people eat a cake concoction full of muslin wrapped items meant to predict the future.
Oh, so you gotta like pick them out with your teeth and then open them up, and it's like a Chinese fortune cookie.
Yeah, it's like a speckled bread, and then I guess they put stuff in there. Do you have any ancestral memory of that?
What's a speckled bread? Is it slightly moldy?
No, it means there's raisins in it. Basically.
Oh God, that's gross.
Raisins and
unless
bread are
it's
not
got
gross.
a lot of cinnamon.
No,
cinnamon raisins good.
No. Oh my gosh. So
what?
Limited. You're so limited.
I'm not limited.
Right. So there's another UK tradition, according to the coolest.com.
Yeah.
Right? Where, quote, young people are supposed to stand in a darkened room, gazing at their own reflection until the face of the person they're going to marry appears over their shoulder.
Oh, wow. How many people died in that room of old age?
Dude, I've got to tell you, I did that so much as a young child.
Did you really? Did you ever see my face, baby?
Yeah, I did.
Wait, did you see 3 faces in that mirror?
Oh.
Wait, for the people that can't see us, Carrie
Nothing
just flipped
happened.
me off.
Nothing happened.
She gave me the bird.
No, I'm a good girl.
You're always telling me to think about the people who can't actually see us.
Okay,
so
I'm glad they couldn't see us right there.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
But I must have been the brightest reflection.
When I was a kid, I used to do that. I used to see, like, I'd watch my face morph into other faces in the mirror. Did you not do that?
Did I have a beard or no?
That's not what I asked you, baby. I asked you, did you ever stare over long into the mirror and watch your face morph into other faces?
Oh, I don't think so. Whew.
Really?
Yeah, I just ate mushrooms out of the cow field instead. And then you don't have to stare so long.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Wait, Carrie's doing more research. So the other night, Carrie and I were sitting on the couch.
Oh, God.
And we've both had this lifelong dream of going on a huge hiking adventure.
Oh, can we not talk about this again?
Are you done researching yet?
No, you gotta finish the story.
Anyways,
Not fair.
we were talking about backpacking, and Carrie says, "Well, you'll have to carry like most of the weight." So I
All right,
imagine
can
myself
we back up? Wait, hold
with
on.
like this 8-foot tall
Stop,
backpack.
Shawnee, stop. So all my life, one of the big things I've wanted to do is I wanted to like backpack the AT, right?
Right.
But I am a very broken woman. I have had like shoulder issues since shoulder issues.
Soldier. She's got soldier
since,
issues.
since the age of 15, like therapy, all this stuff. Like doctors were like, you're not going to be able to walk once you're like 21. There's no way you're even going to get around. I was like, you're wrong. Blow off, blow off. And then like now as an old lady, like every time I try to run, I have to wear 2 knee braces. And every time I walk up down a mountain, I have to wear 2 knee braces. And I am very, very broken. But my favorite thing in the whole entire world is to walk outside and go hiking and backpacking. And that is why this conversation happened, which has nothing to do with Halloween, but you get to continue, Sean.
So, anyways, Carrie didn't even mention her shoulders, which are chronically painful. So she said, you'll have to carry the majority of the weight. And I thought to myself, of course, that's yes, Doug. Oh, no. Anyways, yes. I thought to myself, that's a given. And I'm glad to do it because I love you, honey.
I did not say that.
No, I said that to you. And then
I did not say that.
I jokingly said, geez, if you were a pack mule, we'd have to put you down. And she says, oh, that's not funny. You're a cruel man.
Not funny. It's not funny.
I'm gonna post that on social media. And I said, okay, as long as you give the appropriate backstory, like she did just now. But so the next day I got out of bed whenever she threw me out like 5 a.m. something. And I came downstairs and I did all my chores. It was like 8 o'clock. I got on my computer and I checked social media. And I see this Facebook post and it says, Sean just said if I was a pack mule, he'd put me down. And that's all it said.
Because it's true.
And she's getting all this drama love. Anyways, what do you got for Halloween? I've given you plenty of time to do research.
Don says wives live to blast our husbands on social media. See, Don understands, and that's why we're going to be their next door neighbors soon. We're moving to Kentucky. We're going to move next door to Don. Yeah. And we're going to have the best time. Okay.
Does that mean we're going to have a horse?
What's wrong with having a horse?
It seems like there's a lot of horses in Kentucky.
Whatever.
Horses poop like 200 pounds a day, man.
And so do you. All right, let's talk about Halloween.
Keep going, baby, before I have to tell people who poops the most in one day.
So Sean always makes fun of me, not about poops, but because I have this tendency to be really into like traditions. And one of our Halloween traditions is we make a calzone snake, right?
Yeah.
And what else? Do you remember what else? No, you don't, because you're the man.
You make a mummy that's very similar to the calzone snake.
Yes, and we make a mummy, and we sometimes make spiders, and we always make a Halloween punch, and like it's really fun and traditional. And I was kind of wondering if anybody else had like weird Halloween food or alcohol or non-alcoholic punch that they made every year. You know, like cute little spiders made out of dough, or like skeletons made out of jello, or like turtles, but they're shaped like a spider. Like those
that'd be really a spider.
Cool. What?
I said, well, that'd be a spider.
Yes, but if you know
Oh,
anything
it's
about
Halloween, so it's a turtle wearing a spider costume.
no. There's like this like candy thing that people make out
Oh,
of
you mean
fuzzy
like a
things.
turtle that has the caramel and the
Yes,
nuts and
but
stuff,
you make them as
shaped like a spider?
spiders. Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
All right, so here are some random traditions that Sean doesn't even know that we do in our house because he doesn't pay attention. So
What?
it's true.
Go
So
ahead. Let me see.
Emily and I, my daughter, our oldest daughter, and I do a bunch of things. We throw out apples for the spirit. We walk along like the woods and throw out some apples and say, "This is for Nana. This is for Grandpa John. This is for Grandpa Lou. This is for Grandpa Ray, who we just realized we were related to." Like we do all of those like grandpas and dead people, and we throw apples or parts of apples out for them. We
Yeah.
set out a whole like dinner for them on the front porch so that they can have some food and celebrate. We make a hazelnut circle for good luck for the next year. I think you know about that one because
Oh
I
yeah,
make you
because
drill
I'm
the
the one that
holes.
drills the holes in the hazelnuts.
Yeah, like we have a whole bunch of Halloween traditions that I think once Sean married into the weirdness that is my family, he was like, "What the heck is happening here?" Is that true?
No, I mean
No.
I was introduced to some new ones, but I didn't balk at them.
Hey, baby, what's your favorite Halloween song?
What? I don't have a Halloween
Honey,
song.
see, the whole point of me
Off the
doing the
cuff,
research,
it'd be the Monster Mash.
the Monster Mash,
Yeah.
not like Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. or
Oh no,
Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
no,
Or how
no.
about like the Michael Jackson song?
What? Thriller?
Thriller. Yeah.
No, no way.
Really?
Yeah, those are too commercial,
How about the Time Warp and the
and they
Rocky
have
Horror Picture
have
Show?
words.
Okay.
You know,
How
I went
about
to a Rocky Horror Picture Show once, and I wasn't all that
once?
impressed. Yeah, once, because I wasn't all that impressed by it. I'm
Where
sorry.
was this? Was this in Florida?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I went to a Rocky Horror Picture Show in Manchester, New Hampshire at the Palace Theater,
8 times.
and it blew my world.
Of course it did. You were a theater geek.
I was.
I mean, lover.
All right, so Doug, another theater lover, said Halloween marks the traditional time to start bitching about Christmas music.
Oh man, I already did that.
And
No.
he also said, oh, I'm sorry, Don said, every year we make a favorite meal of a loved one who passed and put our pictures of our lost family with candles. See? And this is why I want to be Don's neighbor.
Okay.
I
Cool.
have said this for like 5 years now, and we are gonna move at least part of the year next to Dawn.
Kentucky, huh?
I don't care where Dawn is. I'm going there.
You said Kentucky.
I think she's in Kentucky right now. I think she's in Louisville. I think they may have moved there within the last year. I don't care. I'm just gonna follow her forever.
It sounds a little scary to me, babe. If I was
No. I think we'd be really good friends.
That sounds even more scary.
That sounds scary.
What was that? What was that movie in the 80s? Was it Single White Female? The roommate movie. I'm just saying.
Aww, you're such a poop. Don says you'll love it here, Sean. There.
I got no doubt I'll love it. I'm just if you start finding flowers on the hood of your car, Don.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I just really like Don. All right. So Laura says when you throw apples for spirits, I think they should be caramel apples because it's more Halloweenish.
Yeah.
Don.
Just don't throw them in so they hit anybody's car or anything.
I think Laura has something.
Leave a dent.
But I feel like I'm too lazy to do that. But I think Laura's right.
Well, we can make caramel apples. That's easy.
One of my best friends, Don Radovich, had this great love of all things Halloween and all things
Really?
paranormal. Mhm. And for his funeral, there was we like threw apples and he had this whole his widow had this whole altar of like creepy Halloween stuff, and it was really, really adorable.
Sounds cool.
It was very cool. I wish you and I were together because I think you would have loved it. But
Probably.
Laura, would have been all for going that extra mile and giving a little caramel on those apples so that the ghosties would be like, yummy.
We can do that.
I think we probably should.
I could make some homemade caramel out of that condensed milk.
Yeah, we could. All right, so
You just cut me off like that.
I just can't
Holy
imagine you
shit.
taking the extra time and effort to do that.
Oh
Also,
my
our dog
God.
is panting a lot. I'm trying to control her, and she's now at the door.
You have
Ready?
such a rough life. I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you 12 unique Halloween traditions from around the world,
All 12.
according to interpronic.com. Are you ready?
Oh, I thought you were on number 11 already. Go, baby, go.
So in Austria, they leave bread, water, and a lighted lamp out for the dead souls. Sounds like my family. In Belgium, some villages, quote, celebrate Halloween while other villages focus on celebrating All Saints' Day. On Halloween night, a Belgian can be found lighting a candle in memory of a dead relative. I gotta take a pause here.
Another one?
Yes, and say what the heck is so bizarro about that, honestly?
Nothing. Nothing at all. That's like everyday behavior.
In our house.
Well, you do burn a candle every day, but I thought that's because our dog's butt stinks like to high heaven.
It kind of does. Do you truly have no more interesting Halloween stories?
Well, you didn't provide me with any research, man. That's just a fact. I'm sorry.
Babe.
Don't give me the sad face.
Babe, I make 3 times as much money as you do, and I worked from 7 to 5.
Yeah.
And I did not have the time to do that.
But you said you would. That's all I'm saying.
I did. And you're supposed to be, hey, I'm going to talk about stuff in between the time that Carrie talks about the research. But you're not. Instead, you're just throwing me under the bus.
No, I wasn't trying to. You didn't give me the I'm gonna do research sign.
Oh my word.
It's where you stick your pinky in your mouth and you just suck on the tip, but just a little bit seductively.
No, it's where I do that thing where I freak you're being like you're gonna throw up.
Oh God. All right. So you do some research, I'll talk for a minute.
Do you have any good Halloween memories?
No. The one I told you, I'm telling you, it's the only one I can remember. But I know I celebrated Halloween a lot.
You never dressed up as anything other than a lady.
I don't remember. That was the one that caused me enough trauma to stick in my head. I'm telling you. I'm not lying.
Oh, that's so sad. All right, here we go. 26 scarily funny tweets about Halloween. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. All right, the first one's not funny. But
or scary?
No. This person, college student on Twitter, said, quote, for Halloween this year, I wanted to dress up as something scary, so I'm going as my student loans.
Oh my God, that's not funny.
I would like to tell you that their grammar is off because they do not have a comma before the so. All right, would you all like to learn a little writing tip?
No, we don't want any grammar tips, baby.
Everybody wants
this
a grammar tip.
Halloween. Halloween. Grammar's scary enough as it is.
No, all right. If you have a so in your sentence, that means so that you don't need no comma, okay? So that, no comma. Ready? I'm going to write that in the comments.
I'm so sorry, people. I apologize.
No, they're all learning right now, baby. Ready? So that equals no comma. Right?
I guess. I don't know. You just posted a link to some Halloween traditions around the world.
Yeah, that's gonna help them all too. So that means no comma. So if you're saying, I love Sean so that it was ridiculous, you would want no comma there. But if
I
you
don't even
said,
understand that.
you're making me
Anyways, go
sad in
ahead.
my heart. Okay, but if so in your sentence means therefore, you do want a comma.
So is that comma before or after the so?
It's always before the so.
And is SO spelled SO or SEW?
Why are you such a
I
dick?
know what I just asked you. Never mind.
Why are you such a G? Like, oh
That's
my
not what you
God.
said the first time. You said the D word.
You're
Now you're
so
gonna have
dick.
to
You're
now you're gonna
such a
have to
dick, Sean.
label this explicit.
Anyways, so before we get to John's Bell comment, so if you're saying a sentence, that means I love Sean, therefore I'm an idiot. So I
Yeah.
love Sean, so I'm an idiot. You want the comma before Sean, the so. That's all I'm saying. And now everybody knows how to use a comma with so. 2 seconds. You're all smarter. You can all give everybody the middle finger about grammar and punctuation in your Facebook posts, and it's all good. All right, so John Bell said, not sure if Sean participated in Haunted Woods we started in the mid 80s with his neighbor Lily from the rec center. Sean, did you name your child after Lily from the rec center?
No,
I think you
definitely
might have.
not. And I
I
don't
think you might
remember.
have.
I don't remember the haunted woods. Honestly, I do remember Lily though.
Can you talk about Lily?
No,
Why
other
not?
than I know this for a fact. Lily was well, by severe definition,
Oh, God.
I think she considered herself a lesbian, but she was really bisexual.
Just like our Lily.
Yeah.
You
That's
did
her.
name them after her.
That's her dead name, though. Don't call
Okay,
her.
whatever. But
Don't call
like,
them
what
that.
the hell, man? That's amazing. All right.
I know, because I would have never done that in a million years on purpose.
Interesting. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Shelley said, Sean, comma, do you remember Graham dressing up as a witch? She used to scare the kids so bad we would end up with more candy at the house than she bought.
I don't remember that. I don't.
That's odd. I bet you repressed it.
I don't remember trick or treating when I lived in that neighborhood either, and that must have been a great neighborhood for trick or treating. Like
Shelley.
it was
Yeah.
just house after house after house, millions of them.
Shelly, okay, I just told Sean this story the other day, and hopefully it's not super boring for people who don't know me and are just listening on the podcast. Gabby, stop. So, when I was a little kid, like when I was like 3 or 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like tiny, and my poor mom was like a single mom, and she was a town clerk, and she was barely making any money, and she just needed to get me off to somewhere because Bedford, New Hampshire didn't have kindergarten or preschool that was paid. So she sent me to this place. I think I was a scholarship kid, but it was an awesome, awesome place, right? But
Is that what they used to call welfare? Scholarship kid?
I was a welfare kid. I'm such a dick, Sean. All right. So,
Oh, you
anyways,
said it again.
dick. Anyways, I'm this little baby kid, right? And we had a kindergarten teacher who owned the whole place, and then an aide. And it wasn't quite kindergarten yet. It was whatever is before kindergarten, pre-K.
Nursery school.
And this lady comes in, and she's all in green face paint, and she's cackling, and she's dressed completely like a witch. She's super
At the
tall.
preschool?
Yeah. She's got like this huge tall witch hat on top of her head, right?
Yeah.
She's cackling. She's totally witchy, right? And she comes in, and all the other kids are eating it up. And I'm like, WTF, even though I don't know what the F is, hiding under the table as this woman is like doing the rounds being a witch. And as soon as everybody looked away, I ran out. I got out from under the table. I ran out of the preschool and I ran down, I think it's like the new Boston Road in Bedford, New Hampshire for about a mile. Like I'm like 4 years old and I am just running. And some old man picks me up in his car and it's like, little girl, where are you going? I'm like, there's a witch at our nursery school. And it's like, oh, okay. And he just brings me back. And I'm like terrified. And everyone's like, baby girl, Carrie, you know that's just your teacher, right? That's just your teacher dressing up as a witch. And they all thought that would like appease me and make me feel okay with it. But in my head, I was like, oh my gosh. People I love who are so cool can turn into green faced witchy monsters. I don't want to be in this world anymore. And I like freaked out. I freaked out. So I ran away from nursery school. Like I legit ran a mile.
That's
I ran
crazy.
past the petting zoo at the nursery school with the llamas and the ponies. I ran down the street through the woods and like the old abandoned barns.
Wait. You had a petting zoo at your nursery school?
Yeah, it was a
Oh my
fancy.
God, don't ever tell me you're poor again.
I was scholarship.
Scholarship, welfare. I don't even want to hear it. If
I
you're
was
living
like
in
the one poor kid at the school. Shut
Oh my
up.
God. At my daycare, the petting zoo was a friggin' rabid Rottweiler next door. Jesus.
My mommy knew how to work the system. Is there
You've
anything
been
wrong with
privileged
that?
since day one, haven't
No.
you?
But she knew how to work the system. I ate my commodity cheese with
Ah.
love. The end.
Your commodity cheese was Gouda.
All right, so Shelly says to you, Sean, oh
Yeah.
my God, that was so Graham. She would chew up a piece of gum and put it in her nose for a wart.
That's awesome.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's awesome.
Oh my God. And Don said, I grew up in a family of a local funeral director, so we grew up with actual caskets.
That's awesome too.
Halloween
Man.
parties. Don, that's so cool. Just
You
another
could have
reason
had.
we're moving in next door. In a non-creepy way.
You've already destroyed that, baby.
No, Don knows I love her.
She does now.
She just wanted to Shelly said, or the monkey that lived next door that was on crack. What?
It was just a monkey.
On crack?
I don't remember a monkey living. I don't. You know, I do have a lot of memories from actually living there in the garage apartment, but I don't remember the monkey.
I need to know about the monkey. Shelly, you need to PM me about the monkey.
Well, monkeys generally act like they're on crack, I think.
Just like you, baby.
Ours did. Ours did when I was a kid.
Babe, do you have any cool Halloween stories or laws or traditions or favorite songs? I personally think my favorite Halloween song is Thriller by Michael Jackson.
What?
Which seems a little, I know it's a cliche, but
Man, we couldn't even learn how to dance to that on the cruise.
yes, we once took a cruise. To be fair, I learned how to dance to that, but Shawnee didn't. And one of my favorite songs that I don't think people ever think of is "Get Out of My House" by Kate Bush.
No,
I bet you don't know that, do you?
Nobody thinks of Kate Bush songs, period.
That's really cruel to me in my heart. How about A Nightmare on My Street by DJ Jazzy Jeff? And
Oh, heck yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah, you were probably still wearing diapers when that song
I
came out.
was. How about like old school Jeepers Creepers? Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I remember that. But it's not scary by any means.
Really? I don't.
Yeah.
My mom used to sing it. I kind of thought it was scary when she sang it.
No song. Well, maybe that was every song your mom sang.
Maybe. She's dead now, so I don't want to really like have her wrath upon me.
Why not?
Shelly said that the monkey primate would throw things at you all.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me.
Oh man. Dawn said one of her favorite songs for Halloween is Werewolves of London.
That's a good Halloween song.
Perfect.
It is a good Halloween song.
Werewolves of London. And also Black #1 by Typo Negative. If we had the ability to like leave the podcast on a song, I would leave it on that one.
Would you? I think we do have that ability, but I don't want to talk while it takes you the time it takes you to look it up. So we'll pretend like we don't have the ability. How's that?
That's really cruel.
Why? Because you're looking it up already?
I'm not looking up already.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carrie's looking it up already. Because I can't say anything in this house without her looking it up immediately.
Well, that is
like
big.
If she doesn't know the answer, she's going to look it up.
I was a reporter in a past life.
I know, and you're really good at it. You're really good at it. But I will give you one piece of advice.
Can you hear that?
Is that it? Let me hear it.
I'm turning it up.
Don't turn it up. I went looking for trouble. Oh, I love that song.
Shelly, can you
that right there is the scariest song ever. Like that's a serial killer song.
Black #1.
Like that's what I imagine playing as somebody's strapped down to some kind of wooden table, totally immobile and naked, and I'm standing over him with a scalpel.
Dude, that's a lot of detail.
Listen to the song.
Oh, it's all hollow.
Man, it's fantastic.
Can you thank everyone for listening?
I want to thank Don Hardy for that idea first. I forgot about that song. Oh my God. Let's play that on our front porch this Halloween.
And this is why we need to live next door to Don, hun.
Just on loop. That's awesome.
Okay. Thank everyone.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening and putting up with all of mine and Carrie's BS. It's been fun. I was just going to say yours, but I thought I'd take some of the credit too. It's been a good time as always.
As always. Thank you so much.
Did you stop the song?
Sorry, Gabby panted.
I thought that was going to be our outro song.
I'm going to do it, babe.
All right, do it.
But sadly,
awesome.
I can't make that our current outro song because I think I would need to pay them money, and we have no money.
Thank you for listening to Loving the Strange. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Go get your strange on, friends. Thanks for listening.